If you don't stand for something, you'll vanish into the noise, and clients won't trust you.
If you don't stand for something, you're going to sound like everyone else, and you're just going to go into the wash.
Watch to learn how bold positioning turns fractional pros into visible, high-ticket experts.
I talk all about ICP all the time, and it is because it's the most important place to start. But this is the one that's my favorite, because this is the one that truly allows you to transcend to being a visible expert. You can have the other three, but if you don't do this last one, you're going to fail because you're just going to sound like everyone else. And here's what it is. You have to be willing to stand for something. So the industry says, this is the way to go. But you know, because of your proprietary process, you go a different way and you get better results. You've got to be willing to stand on that. You've got to be willing to say yes to what everybody else believes. And say, that's not right. This is right. And here's why it's right. Or what the industry believes is incomplete. Let me finish it.
Yeah. So many times there's a particular way of an industry solves a particular problem. But what we see is that solution doesn't evolve over time.
Yes.
Technology, how are you incorporating AI into your proprietary process? Because if you're not, you need to. You need to at least talk about it. It needs to be a small element, if nothing else, because you're then perceived as a thought leader, as a visible expert.
Yes.
Right? So think about where you can add technology. You can add forward-thinking approaches, whereas your industry and the solutions that they're typical are old. I use a classic example in sales.
Mm-hmm.
Consultative selling. Everybody says you've got to be a consultative seller. Consultative selling was developed in the 80s. The fundamentals are the fundamentals, whatever, good or bad. Do you think the way people buy has changed in the last 40 years? Yes, significantly. So there are elements of consultative selling that still apply because we talk about mindset and so forth. But how can you take that dogma, that standard approach, and update it for 2025? How can you include new approaches, new ideas, new technology, and spin consultative selling? So I talk about collaborative selling. Has a lot of the fundamentals of consultative, but there's some unique differences that we talk about. Yeah. And we tie that into the fractional sales framework to help non-sellers land high-ticket ICP-based fractional clients. There's an example for you guys to go noodle on, right? Think about what worked, but what's outdated. What can you do to update it? And then stand for it. Put that flag in the ground, guys. That's how you build your personal brand on top of being a visible expert. You'll never run out of ideas and content if you stand for something.
That's right. That's right. And that's the absolute key there, okay? Because if you don't stand for something, you're going to sound like everyone else, and you're just going to go into the wash, right? You're going to go into wash. And where we started with this is we started talking about your ideal customer and the fact that they have to trust you. They're bringing you in as an executive into their organization, and they're handing over some of the keys to the castle. They've got to trust you. And so they've got to know where you stand. And if you sound just like everybody else, you're not willing to stand for anything, then they know you'll fall for anything at the same time, because that's also what you're subtly saying to them. Hey, as always, he's Dean. I'm Atiba. We're the Fractional Pros. We'll see you next time.
See you next time, guys.
Bye-bye.